For travelers arriving at Vancouver International Airport, YVR, and heading to Canada Place, taking the Canada Line SkyTran is one of the most efficient options. The Canada Line connects YVR Airport directly to downtown Vancouver, including the waterfront station, which is adjacent to Canada Place. It's a straightforward and cost-effective way to travel between the airport and the cruise terminal, with frequent service and relatively short travel times. The Canada Line SkyTran service from Vancouver International Airport, YVR, to Waterfront Station in downtown Vancouver is approximately 13.5 kilometers, 8.4 miles, in distance. Travel time on the Canada Line from YVR Airport to Waterfront Station typically takes around 25 to 30 minutes. This time may vary slightly depending on factors such as the time of day, any service disruptions, or delays. However, after arriving at Waterfront Station via the Canada Line SkyTran, travelers can easily walk to the nearby Pan Pacific Hotel within a few minutes. The Pan Pacific Hotel is located adjacent to Canada Place, making it a convenient choice for cruise passengers. For cruise travelers with luggage who need to drop off their bags before boarding their ship, Canada Place offers a luggage collection service. The luggage collection center is typically located within the cruise terminal or nearby, allowing passengers to drop off their luggage before checking in for their cruise. This service allows travelers to Cruise passengers without suitcases can typically proceed directly to the cruise terminal's check-in area to complete the boarding process. The check-in process usually involves providing identification, travel documents, and any necessary paperwork to the cruise line staff. Once checked in, passengers will receive their boarding passes and any other relevant information for their cruise. Passengers should ensure they have all required documents, such as passports, visas, if applicable, and cruise tickets, readily available for the check-in process. Additionally, it's a good idea to arrive at the cruise terminal with ample time before the scheduled departure to allow for any potential queues or processing delays. After completing the check-in process, passengers typically proceed to board the ship. The boarding process is usually organized in groups or according to assigned boarding times to manage the flow of passengers efficiently. Once on board, passengers can then make their way to their assigned cabins. Cabin assignments are usually provided during the check-in process, either on the boarding pass or via other means of communication from the cruise line. Passengers can follow signage or ask crew members for directions to locate their cabins. Once passengers find their cabins, they can settle in, unpack their belongings, and start enjoying their cruise experience. The ship's crew members are usually available to assist passengers with any questions or concerns they may have during the boarding process. step onto the gleaming decks of the cruise ship, excitement fills the air. They're greeted by the friendly smiles of the ship's crew, who welcome them aboard and direct them to their cabins. But before they even think about unpacking, many passengers have one thing on their minds: food. Before the cruise ship departs from Vancouver, passengers often have the opportunity to enjoy fantastic views of downtown Vancouver and its picturesque surroundings. From Canada Place, where the cruise ships typically dock, passengers can take in stunning views of the city's skyline, including iconic landmarks such as the Vancouver Convention Centre, the distinctive sails of Canada Place, and the vibrant waterfront area. Additionally, the North Shore Mountains provide a breathtaking backdrop to the cityscape. Passengers may also opt to explore nearby attractions such as Stanley Park, which offers panoramic views of the city skyline, or take a stroll along the seawall for a closer look at the harbor and skyline. Whether it's from the ship itself or from vantage points around the waterfront, Vancouver's skyline provides a memorable and scenic send-off for cruise passengers departing from this beautiful city. In Vancouver's night, the city aglow. Lights dance on waters, a mesmerizing show. Skyscrapers reach for the stars above, reflecting the moonlight with endless love. Bridges arc gracefully over the bay, connecting the city in a shimmering display. Mountains stand silent, guardians tall, watching o'er the city, serene and all. Through streets alive with whispers of breeze, the pulse of the city, a vibrant tease. From Gastown's cobblestones to Stanley Park's embrace, each corner holds secrets, each alley a trace. In this nocturnal canvas, dreams take flight. Underneath Vancouver's blanket of night, a symphony of colors, a spectacle to behold. In Vancouver's night, stories untold. So wander these streets, let the night be your guide. In Vancouver's embrace, let your spirit glide. For in this city's heart, beneath the starlit dome, lies the magic of Vancouver, a place to call home. Traveling from Victoria to Vancouver via ferry and bus offers a convenient and scenic way to explore the beautiful coastal landscapes of British Columbia. Victoria B.C. Cruiseport to Tsawwassen Terminal. Passengers leaving from the Victoria Cruiseport can take a ferry operated by BC Ferries to the Tsawwassen Terminal, which is located south of Vancouver. The time it takes to travel from the Victoria Cruiseport to the BC Ferries terminal at Swartz Bay can vary depending on traffic conditions and the specific location of the cruise port within Victoria. Generally, the distance between downtown Victoria and Swartz Bay is around 30 to 40 kilometers, 18 to 25 miles, and the journey typically takes about 30 to 45 minutes by taxi under normal traffic conditions. As for taxi fares, it's essential to keep in mind that taxi rates can fluctuate based on factors such as time of day, distance traveled, and any additional charges, such as airport or port surcharges. Typically, Taxi fares from downtown Victoria to Swartz Bay can range from approximately $70 to $100 Canadian, but these prices can vary, so it's always a good idea to check with the taxi company or inquire with the driver about the estimated fare before beginning your journey. Additionally, there may be taxis waiting at the Victoria Cruiseport, or you can arrange for one through a taxi hailing app. Are chatting at the dock. One says to the other, "Hey, do you believe in love at first sight?" The other ferry replies, "I don't know, but I do believe in boarding at first sight." Approached the ship's captain and asked, "Captain, do you ever get tired of sailing back and forth on this route every day?" The captain replied with a grin, "Well, sometimes I do get a bit bored, but then I just remind myself, it's all just a fairy tale." The ferry ride offers scenic views of the Strait of Georgia and the Gulf Islands along the way. The duration of the ferry journey varies depending on the type of vessel and sailing schedule, but generally takes around 1.5 to 2 hours. Tawasin Terminal to Bridgeport Station. Upon arriving at the Tawasin Terminal, passengers can take public transit or arrange for a shuttle service to Bridgeport Station in Richmond, which is part of Metro Vancouver's SkyTran network. Bus from Bridgeport Station to Tawasin Ferry Terminal. From Bridgeport Station, travelers can take a bus, such as the 620 or 601, that goes directly to Tawasin Ferry Terminal. This bus ride typically takes around 30 to 40 minutes, depending on traffic conditions. Tawasin Terminal to Victoria B.C. Cruiseport. Upon arrival at Tawasin Terminal, travelers can board the ferry back to Victoria. This journey provides a combination of scenic ferry travel and efficient public transit connections, allowing passengers to travel between Victoria and Vancouver without the need for a personal vehicle. However, it's important to check the ferry and bus.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, ring the bell, and like.